Alright, y'all. Like I said, I was coming to Athens. Gonna do it for 4 days. But I muffed it. I left the big tray at home. Not to fear. We got our normal tray. It's only 40-something inches to run, but we're fine. But we're back to the pile we were on. This stuff right here, got lots of alignment on it. This stuff. Nobody's been here. None of y'all came here even after I showed you how much nice color I got off this material. None of you touched it. Shame on you. The goal for this weekend, between now and Monday, I'm going to take this pile and work it all the way up to the whole face of the pile here. If I get more, great. If not, great. The other thing I plan on doing, Mr. Server, I seen that you did there. I like it. So we're going to go out there to that pond probably tomorrow. We're going to put the dredge in and see how far down into the limonite layer they actually got. I want to see what kind of color I can pull up out of that new material they excavated up. See if we can suck a little bit off the bottom of the pond. Maybe make a little bit deeper hole. We'll see what happens. But for right now, I got a pile to work. It's time to get digging. Y'all should be out here. You just don't know what you're missing. Oh man, bit of material there.
We must wash the wax. Wash the wax.
Alright kids, about 2.5 hours on the shovel. If you will point at my hole, that's what we've tore up so far. After just 2 hours. Why do I like that hog mat, kids? That's all I got for cons. Most of that's black sand. Might have had more, but probably not, given that where I was is probably the tail end of all the topsoil that was tied in with the gravels. I expected to thin out and disappear. No more root balls, no more plants, no more of that stuff. But we do have heavies in it, and I got to get another tub so I can pan it and see what I got in it. I expect her to be colored, but it could just easily been dusted. But now it's time to go see if our hot water heater's working, clean up, go chase down some Pokemon gyms, maybe some Pokestops, get some presents from my boys back in Saginaw, then come back for an afternoon run before dinner. Not bad for just a couple hours. This time I recorded it before I Facebooked it. Nice. Not bad, given the material is half and half. It's only half good stuff. Every time you cut through, you think you're into good stuff. Then with good stuff, you run into topsoil again. That's not bad for a couple hours. I'm looking forward to getting into that dredge tomorrow. Well, it's Saturday morning, and mining operations are suspended due to this. Raining heavy, but the cloud to ground lightning is brutal. Alright, it's Saturday morning. Gotta watch my step here. I'm going down into the pond. Now, in the previous segment, I had stated that the Brothers Fackler had come in and scooped a little bit of material out of the bottom of the pond. I've been corrected. Thomas says that is not so. What they did is they turned the pile. So my bad. I apologize for the wrong impressions. I also stated so on a quick little Facebook Live thing that I did yesterday and this morning. There's the point. I aim to be somewhere over in here. Should be able to. The water doesn't appear to be that exceptionally deep. and I hope to get running. I just gotta put on my intake hose and we'll be running. See what kind of color we find. See how much of the gold that actually didn't get caught in the sledge trays. I may not catch nothing at all. Who knows? But we got 2 hours and 1 tank of gas to do it with. There goes nothing. My tank is done, kids. And instead of staying in the middle, like I said, I ended up going, if I can zoom this in for you, it's gonna be way too much. I ended up going right there. Some of that looks like it kind of fell out. I went underneath it. The middle of the pond is not built for a 2-inch. The problem with it is there's layers of deposition of the clay, the sediment, the stuff that we want to settle out of the water. This stuff goes anywhere from 1 inch to 3 inches thick. Brother, I'm here to tell you, 3-inch thick piece of clay, so loaded up with water, yeah, it weighs more than a big old rock. So I decided I'm going to the other side. Besides, the dredge pushed me that way. He decided it wanted to go that way, so that's where we went. Moved some nice sized rocks. Initial check of the mat showed a lot of garnet. Some nicer garnets than we'll be able to pick out from this web ring. But hopefully we got some colors in there. The plan is, after I get all my toys picked up, take them back to the trailer, we're going to set up the tub and pan it out. Hopefully we'll have a few specs to show off. If not, yeah, it was fun anyway. A little bit of a pain in the butt. It felt more like work than fun, but you know what? We had to do the experience. I ain't never done it. Got to do it to find out what it's like. Otherwise, you really can't complain about it or endorse it. So, there's my tray put back together. The rope hoses are off. There's the tub with the cons. Give me a few minutes. I'll show you what they look like after I get it up out of there. Okay, kids, it's 2 in the afternoon. We got ourselves cleaned up, just in case swimmers edge out of the pond. So then we emptied out and refilled the trailer, ran into town to get me some Claritin, because, well, for the first time in years, I'm actually having an allergy attack to some pollen that's flying around out here. So now we're back. Amy looked to see what the storms did with my setup, so let's go take a look. Well, the tent's still here. The highbanker's still here, but you can see that the tent's moved quite a bit. About a foot. Well, my gloves got knocked down. They're soaking wet, but that's no big deal. They're going to get wet again shortly. Kyle got fucked a little bit. Sad fan part is my fucking keeping covered. That's gonna suck. Hopefully he doesn't give me too much guff. I was gonna go to the rigid hose, but I don't have my zip ties. And I just don't feel like going through the effort today to switch hoses and the water delivery system. But I'm gonna have to break my tent down before the wind really puts a wrecking on it, and then we can get back to work. Yeah, I'm running shirtless, but it's humid now. Sun's out, but we got some clouds, so I shouldn't get burnt too bad. Let's go play. Right, we're still a little shirtless, so I'll try to keep my rest of my body out of the image. But I got lucky this time. My tank went dry and it didn't do the little whir thing. It just went brr, brr, and then pop, he was off. Good thing I had a tub nearby. So that's what we got so far. We've worked the face back. I'll move it back a little bit. That's what we got worked out of that pile. I'm about halfway through it. I got a large monster pile of rocks. Put 2 more big ones with this guy, and got a couple more large ones over here. I don't know how much material I may have had in the tray, but I got my tray in just in time, just as the flow fell out. Something hinky going on with the spray bars though, because most of my material is processing only from like here over. Even though I got consistent water flow, it's doing something hinky. I know I got a few garnets in here. The top half here, he's got plenty of mat, but tomorrow's run's gonna have the rigid hose. We're gonna try to figure out how to put the deflector plate on for my dredge nozzle, and we're gonna run another day with it. But we're done with the dredge. I ain't ran the cons yet. I said I was gonna do that before I came out here, but that didn't happen. Bugs. Eee, bugs. But we're going to get this mat cleaned out after I put some fuel in the pump, and we're going to wash out, and then going to probably get some dinner, maybe go Pokemon hunting, I don't know. Alright, y'all. I wanted to show you a claim jumper on one of my buckets. You see him yet? This guy right here, stake the claim on my freaking bucket. This is uncool. Right now he gets to live. I make no promises about later. May have to evict him. There they are. Not much out of the dredging. That's a nice piece right there. Got a couple of nice pieces right there. Alright. Cool. On to the highbanker second day. Alright. There's the highbanker run this afternoon, kids. Not bad. Not bad. Could have been gooder. But all that topsoil mixed in with it. Not surprising. But there's always tomorrow. Sunday morning. It's 9:25, almost 9:30. And it's still foggy as all get out. So, this morning, like I was talking about, may have been talking about with y'all, is I'm going to go from the spray bar to the dredge attachment. But I'm going to break out the 1/8" punch plate with the miner's moss and vortex mat to put it at the head of the box to see if that'll smooth the flow out, since I didn't bring my super glue to make a butt flap to help dampen the water a bit. We're going to see how that does for the first run of the day, and if it's okay, then we'll go for round 2 and later on this afternoon. But it's foggy. It was really bad around 6 o'clock. You couldn't see snot. It was brutal. But it's time to get to work. See y'all in a bit. Alright, first tank is done. Yeah, you hear the motor run, but I caught it just before it went dry. So, we had to give up doing the dredge attachment version of delivering the water. I just could not get to do what I wanted to do, which was namely to use this 1/8" punch plate and the V-mat, or vortex mat, and the miner's moss underneath at the header box. The only way I'm going to pull that off, I gotta have to perma-anchor it, and I ain't got the tools for it, and really ain't up for doing all that kind of work. But that's what I did do. I did run it, but there's nothing underneath it. With the spray bars, you can see I got a much smoother water flow. The idea here was to see if I could kill the turbulence. All I got left to do before I put this puppy in for cleanup, get that stone off the top of the punch plate there. The material I'm running ain't the greatest, so not for Athens. It is push-up material. Alright, you see that? Here's my finger. Here's my finger. You got that over. You got topsoil blended in a couple of layers. There's some white beach sand. There's a little bit. This side of the pile seems to be doing better as far as the heavy oranges that I get excited about. But it's all gravelly. It all holds color. But I think I may have been blowing it out. just because my water was so thin that it never gave the gold a chance to really settle. We're gonna find out, just not right now, because, well, I got work to do. But we're digging. Had a European bee killer try to claim jump me. I'll show a picture of that at the end of this segment. But first I drowned him, and then I chopped him up. Sun's coming out. Which meant I had to put on a shirt, put on the sunscreen, because I didn't want to get scorched. Yeah. Time to clean up and see what we got in there. If there's anything exciting, I'll show you before I even throw it in a pan. Alright, it's roughly 2 something in the afternoon. 2:30. And, well, did the lunch, did the quick clean, much better than last time. I was trying to make a new flap with super glue. That's right, the original super glue sucks. This stuff won't even set on your skin. So it's either old or just point blank sucks. But we're back to it again. I just got to get my, fix the leak at my pump. Whoa, that is something kind of big. You see him? There he is. Huge ass horsefly. Look at that dude. He's mammoth. Swatting him with the head ain't gonna do no good. But anyway, I had a leakage on the quick cam that connects actually to the pump, so I went and plumber taped it, got him squared away, and we're ready to go back to work. It's time to move more dirt. Yeah, buddy. Well, dag nabbit, 10 to 5, and I was just going to look at my gas and see how much gas I had left, and it ran out on me. Son of a puppy. So, let's take a look at the mats. Probably nothing exciting here. But you can see how I got a ton of, there's loads of black sand in there. It's all black sand. And in here, the scrubber is always going to have extracurriculars. And then the last mat, the UR here's got some. I didn't see no visible gold, but I was on some limonite. I had a couple little pockets of it, so we might have a few colors. But this is why I don't like my punch plate. When I get caught with my pants down like this, then I don't have the water to help push it out. And you can see material still piled up inside it. I just finished the scoop net 15 seconds before. So now I gotta refill it, get it going, and then slow feed it, and then try to wash that rock out. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Big pain in the buttocks. Ain't no time like the present, because I want to get another hour and a half, 2 hour run in before sundown. It's time to get busy. Well, it wasn't just a simple case of running out of gas. After we refilled the tank, went to fire it up, pump didn't act right. If I'm right, my pump has a low oil cutoff and it won't run. It ran rough. It didn't die rough, but it started up and stayed rough afterwards. So my dig for this weekend is done. And it doesn't really hurt too bad because I was leaving tomorrow morning anyhow. Well, before noon anyway, around noonish. But the dig is done. I had to take everything in the punch plate and I had to throw it in a separate bucket. I'll pan that out separate. Right now, this weekend's digging is done. When I get it home, I'll have to do a plug and oil change and hope for the best. Right now I'm whooped, I'm hot, sweaty, and yeah, I gotta break all this down, so stand by for probably what will be a reveal of all the stuff caught over the entire weekend. I might have a couple other pictures before that, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to keep a steady hand, but that's the total take. I got a lot of hundreds in here. A little black sand in there as well. That wasn't bad. That's not bad for me. I'll take it. I got some shiny from shaking my hiney. Get outside, kids. There's no better place to be.